I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All 6 of them.
Who are you?
The Cold War was over. Leave it to these guys to heat it up again.
May I kiss you again?
No, you may not.
They're about to show Russia just how ugly Americans can get. The Cold War may be over, but give them time. They just got here. Police Academy, mission to Moscow.
We are in deep borscht.
I should be getting to bed, and to be perfectly honest, some of these Police Academy reviews I did, some of them out of... I saw them all. Let me put it this way. I saw them all back to back, but some of them I did out of order because some of the bad ones I wanted to talk about first. Just get them out of the fucking way. And talk about the good ones later. That's why my Police Academy 5 review's in a different location, because I'm like, oh God, this is the start of the shit. Let me just talk about this first. I'll talk about the other ones later. This is the worst. Not only the worst Police Academy film, one of the worst comedy sequels out there. Mission to Moscow. And there are people that have lists of Police Academy where they rank them. They said that this is better than Citizens on Patrol. Police Academy 4. If you don't believe me, I can find you the list. More than one list that says, well, this is better than Police Academy 4. Oh, that's not same. Police Academy 4 is actually fun. And it actually has most of the fucking characters. This movie is so cheap. I don't know if this is true, but the rumor I heard was they really wanted to shoot in Russia. In fact, in part 6, they wanted it to be in Russia. But there was something happened, so they made this the Russian one. And it was so much money to go to Russia and film in Russia. Well, we can't afford all the cast members, so a lot of them out of there. And then Bubba Smith didn't do it because he saw that Marion Ramsey wasn't in it, who played Hooks. So Bubba Smith's like, if she's not doing it, I'm not doing it. Now granted, who says that would save the film? Because part 5 sucked, in my opinion. Part 6 sucked, in my opinion. But this... when you get to a Police Academy film, when even most of the cast does not return, no Steve Gutenberg, no Bubba Smith, no Marion Ramsey, no Bobcat Goldthwait, no Tim Kazurinsky. The only people you have now is David Graf as Tackleberry, Michael Winslow, Leslie Easterbrook, Commandant Lassard, and G.W. Bailey. You don't even have Proctor. You don't have, again, Bubba Smith, Marion Ramsey. Obviously not the Goot. Not Bobcat. Not Brian Tochi. None of these people. Then why even make the film? I mean, these films were made year by year. 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Police Academy 1 through 6. And then 6 was so crappy that they had a break for a couple years. And this came out like 94. And this was like their comeback. Mission to Moscow. I mean, right from the get-go, there's a news program telling the story of the movie where this new addictive video game. And yet again, it's another fucking movie where they play the Game Boy and there's no fucking cartridge in it. Just like Pocket Ninjas. And yes, Pocket Ninjas is worse than this. But there are two movies I've seen now where someone's playing a Game Boy, but there's no fucking cartridge in the back of the fucking thing. What the fuck? How hard is it to buy a fucking Tetris? Buy a fucking Tetris. Buy a fucking something. Put it in the fucking thing. I don't want to yell because I don't want to fuck up my voice. What the fuck? And this whole addictive video game has something to do with Ron Perlman. He's money laundering. He's using this video game, and later on, people buy the video game. Somehow it will be able to get into computer systems. Where the fuck? Charlie Schlater is the new cadet, and he sucks. Maybe he got a bad script, maybe bad direction, but he sucked. He's not just a poor man Steve Gutenberg, he's a poor man Matt McCoy. The guy who was in 5 and 6. Even Matt McCoy was better than this guy. He just offered nothing. And I don't give a fuck about his love story with, was it like Claire Forlani as the Russian interpreter? Christopher Lee got a paycheck, may he rest in peace, as the Russian commandant. The jokes, I'm in deep borscht. Get it? Because he can't see deep shit, so the Russian says, I'm in deep borscht. Commandant Lassard, he gets the wrong limo, and most of the time he's with this family. So you kind of stole his joke, what, from fucking National Lampoon's European Vacation? When the Griswold stayed with the family and they didn't even realize it was the wrong ones? For some reason, this movie has over-the-top cartoonish sound effects from time to time. Like boink. Literally, like boing and boink sounds. Why do you have boing and boink? Wow, they're really, really, really trying to make this a kid's movie. It must be rated G for god awful. Or G, that movie sucks. Or like when the characters are listening to Christopher Lee talk, and you have these over-the-top sounds that they're making. Oh. Huh? just do that? So, while they're there, David Graf, Tackleberry, he teaches some Russians about force, use of force. He uses G.W. Bailey, so he chokes him. Or they're given these men that jump around this room painting with boing sound effects. Michael Winslow is riding this bicycle really poorly. Not poorly. It just seemed as if someone just had it on a fucking Apple cart. Doing like this. Shot at. Then he turns around. Going this. Shot at. Does it again. I'm like, this is pathetic. This is pathetic jokes. This is for a guy that likes the first 4 Police Academy films, and even I'm going, this is a pathetic fucking unfunny joke. Come on now. I don't give a fuck about Charlie Schlater. I don't give a fuck about his romance with the Russian translator Claire Forlani. Even some of the few they have, David Graf doesn't have much to do. Leslie Easterbrook doesn't really have much to do. Michael Winslow has a little bit to do. He does a little drink mixer where he pours it in his mouth and it's like as a mixer. Or somehow him making sound effects by a safe opens the safe. Just by making the sound effects. So we really are truly in fantasy world. I'm not saying the Police Academy films are realistic, but sometimes there gotta be a fucking point, man. Come on. G.W. Bailey at one point goes undercover as a ballet dancer. There's a sound effect when, by this point, they want the cadets to leave and go home, and someone throws a bag at G.W. Bailey and he falls down and there's a fucking boink sound. And even the finale, it's just, was it Leslie Easterbrook? She gets kidnapped. They get into a car and a boring car chase. A boring as hell car chase. Where most of the characters don't do anything. One thing leads to another, and George Gaynes finally realizes what's going on and gets in a lame fight. I didn't even mention Ron Perlman is the bad guy. See, I'm getting so pissed. I'm bashing through the fucking door. Closet door. See, ridiculous. 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 God damn, man. Fucking stupid. Ron Perlman wasted in this nothing role. The cast didn't even really have anything to do at the end of the fucking movie. The guy, George Gaynes, who's off in this old fucking... Oh, he's at this family's house. Doesn't realize it. Then he shows up to fight and capture Ron Perlman. What the fuck was the... None of the other people had anything to do. So yeah, this movie... I don't even want to talk about this movie anymore. What am I supposed to talk about? The fact that you can't even bring back that... Oh, either... Fuck Russia. No, actually... Let me take that back. If anyone's from Russia... But fuck the idea of... Get rid of most of the cast so we can go to Russia. They didn't do anything for you. In fact, how about all franchises stop going overseas? Good Day to Die Hard, this movie, National Lampoon's European Vacation, Rush Hour 3. Stop going overseas, whether it be Russia or Europe or whatever. Just stop. Please, stop it. In my opinion, it doesn't fucking work. You get lame jokes, lame ideas. You can't even have the magic of the fun characters, just some of them just don't have anything really to do. Which is weird because you have less people, so you think with less people you give them more to do. No. Does he have to worry about Charlie Schlater and his stupid fucking romance with this Claire Forlani Russian translator that we don't give an ass about? Or G.W. Bailey doing a fucking ballet dance undercover? Or there's a part where G.W. Bailey's in the sewers and he looks up and meanwhile Commandant Lassard is at this family. Ooh, this is rancid stew. Pours it down the drain. And then it falls on G.W. Bailey's face. That's so hilarious. That's so funny. Fuck this movie. Fuck this comedy. No, comedies are supposed to make you laugh, not cry, or puke, or fall the fuck asleep, or make your ass sleep, or make you angry. Waste of fucking money. It shows how far this franchise went. Again, if you never liked these movies, that's one thing. If you did, like me, Mission to Moscow shows how far it fucking fell down into a goddamn Grand Canyon sized crater. See you guys later. Bye-bye.